Hey there everyone, friendly Neighborhood Webhead here, and today I want to talk to you about Disney films. Yes, we all know them and we all love them. Disney's animated classics are, well, as the name implies, amazing classics that transcend time itself. And well, over the past decades we've been treated to many feature films thanks to Walt Disney's animation studios. And well, over time, these films have etched a place in history and, have earned a special place in our hearts. And with that being said, I want to talk to you. I want to list my top 5 favorite Disney animated classics films from the 90s. It's just my personal top 5. And well, I hope that you enjoy my list. So then, let's get to it. Coming in at number 5, we have Aladdin. Aladdin is a very awesome film, especially for the fact that Robin Williams voiced the genie, who is such a funny character in this film. And I really love the dynamic between Aladdin and Genie because, they become best friends during the course of the film. And you really, you get to have a certain emotion for Genie. You get to feel for him, and you get to feel for Aladdin too, because both are relatable characters. Due to circumstances that surround them, they're stuck in life. Like Genie is forced, to serve whoever owns this lamp, for all eternity until someone wishes him free. And Aladdin is a poor boy living in the streets, and well, he has to steal for a living, and he has to do everything he can to survive. And with their conditions and their wishes of being able to be something more, that's something that a lot of people can relate with. And well, overall, the film was awesome. It had awesome musical numbers. Oh, and Jafar was an awesome villain. I really loved Jafar, especially when he was in his genie form. Although that was kind of his downfall, but still, his genie form was pretty cool. And well, this film overall was a very fun and joyful experience. And it's Disney's work at its finest. And oh my god, I really miss the hand-drawn style of Disney animated films. But yeah, Aladdin comes at number 5. At number 4, we have Mulan, which is another timeless Disney classic. And I have to say, I found myself watching this film quite a bit, when I was a little kid. And I just love the overall theme, of Mulan just going into the military, taking, her father's place, in war so that he wouldn't have to die because, he was ill and he wasn't going to be able to fight all that well. And it took guts for her to impersonate a male soldier in the Chinese Imperial Army. So yeah, the thematic, the theme of this film is that women can be able to do things that men can do just as good, or perhaps even better, because Mulan seriously kicks some ass. And, overall, I really loved this film. I loved the musical numbers. I especially loved Be a Man because it was hilarious. And, it kept up with the whole Mulan trying to act as a man, charade. And, Eddie Murphy as Mushu. He was hilarious. I really loved Mushu. He was a funny dragon, and, he was a funny little sidekick character. But I think Cricket, wins the Best Sidekick Award for this film, because Cricket is just, so darn cute, and at the same time really funny. But yeah, Mulan's themes of family, of honor and sacrifice, they're really prevalent themes, that really resonate with my heart, and, it's why it's one of my favorite Disney films, and, well, that's why it earns its spot as my number 4. And here we have number 3, which is The Lion King. Yep, that's right, the film everyone knows about. I bet that even non-Disney fans know about this film. And well, for good reason. This is as timeless as it's gonna get, because this film has been everywhere. There's a Broadway show, it's everywhere. You see everything about The Lion King everywhere around the world. It's definitely a timeless classic. And who can forget about Simba's journey, from child to man, well, or in this case, from cub to lion, and his journey of taking his place in the circle of life and becoming king, taking his place in the circle of life. Well, that's a pretty powerful, movie. And who could forget Timon and Pumbaa with Hakuna Matata? I mean, hey, it means no worries for the rest of your days, It's a problem-free philosophy. But yeah, The Lion King is one of those films that you can just keep on watching over and over again. And you know, the animation is top-notch, the voice acting is amazing, and you know, overall, like, the film really presents to you a very nice story, structured in a way that, you know, you relate to the characters, you feel hate for the bad guy, and you feel sympathy for the main characters when they go through, you know, very harrowing situations and ordeals. And I really thought that The Lion King was a very great film, and, you know, I think it symbolized death in a very, very sad way when Mufasa died. Like, that was a very gruesome scene, like, even for a kid's film. And, you know, it's an amazing film. Like, to this day, it's a film that I really love, and I find myself watching quite a lot. But yeah, that's why The Lion King is at number 3. And number 2 for me would have to be Beauty and the Beast. Now, I'm just going to say I am a big sucker for romance, and Beauty and the Beast encapsulates, you know, my overall feelings, you know, towards this particular film, because the romance between Belle and the Beast, you know, it's an amazing one. Like, I really love how they grow close to each other as the movie goes on. And, you know, overall, I just really love the whole dynamic about seeing inner beauty and, you know, learning, you know, to love a person for who they are, no matter what face they wear. You know, it's just a powerful message. And, you know, this is truly a tale as old as time, a literal classic. And I really, really loved every single aspect, the characters, the art, everything. And well, in particular, I really liked Belle because she was a very independent woman, and, you know, she was the kind of woman that, you know, did not think that she had to have a man, you know, to live her own life. Like, she was literally a free spirit. And I really like, you know, female characters like that, you know, that they don't cling to, you know, to men. Like, you know, they can be their own people, and that's just awesome. And I really like how she, you know, unearths the Beast from his shell, and the Beast in general, I mean, let's face it, the Beast is just an overall badass aspect of the film. And, well, you know, it was a really amazing, amazing movie, and I loved it to death. And, you know, to this day, it remains one of my favorite Disney films. Have I told you that I really miss the old hand-drawn style? But oh well, let's move on to number 1. And here, my number 1 favorite Disney film from the 90s has definitely got to be The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Sadly, this film is hugely underrated. Like, it's really sad that it's not up there with all the other popular Disney films, and that it's not talked about as often. But really, I just have to signal out this film as a standout, because with this film, Disney dared to go where they hadn't gone before, you know, like, they went into some really dark territory with this film. Like, it talks about the dark side of religion. It talks about corruption, you know, within the church. It talks, you know, about serious stuff, about belief, you know, about, you know, discrimination, and about persecution. You know, it's stuff that you wouldn't think would be in a Disney film. And I really like it that this film showed that Disney can make a very serious animated film when they put their minds to it. Well, I mean, okay, sure, of course, the film had its funny moments, and it had, you know, its musical numbers and whatnot, because after all, this is Disney we're talking about. But, you know, they approached this film in a way that they were able to make it dark enough that they were able to get away with it. And I really, really loved it. Judge Claude Frollo, he is an awesome villain. I absolutely loved how he was so obsessed with taking down the gypsies, and how he was willing to do anything. When, you know, and in this whole quest for being holier than thou, he was actually being the most sinful person of all. And let's face it, one of the sexiest Disney female characters appears in that movie in the form of Esmeralda. Like, my God, I really, okay, I have to say, I have a thing, you know, for women like that, you know, beautiful, you know, daring, dark skin. I'm like, oh yeah, she's definitely my babe. But yeah, she's one of my favorite Disney female characters, and, you know, to top it all off, she's just overall sexy. But yeah, overall, the movie was amazing, the characters were awesome, and, you know, the story, it was sad, It was dark when it needed to be, but it was also, uplifting when it had to be, because of course, like I said again, this is a Disney film. But yes, The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a seriously underrated movie, and if you haven't watched it yet, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, are you insane? Go watch the film right now, and I'm sure that you won't regret it. But yeah, that's my number one. So yeah, those are my top 5 favorite Disney animated classics from the 1990s. Did you all like my list? And what's your favorite Disney animated classic film from the 90s? Well, whatever your thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, please make sure to subscribe. But anyways, this has been Friendly Neighborhood Webhead, signing out.